I think for me is when you sit in the car, you know you're going to race, you know you're driving there, you know it'll be fun. But let me tell you, every time I sit in that car, we strap in the harness. Starting that fighter jet. And all of a sudden, I don't know, it just clicks. Feeling like no other. I call it throttle therapy. It's race time. So we practice one. First time here, did okay, 1 minute 30.
Tommy and I, we spent a lot of time on the simulator as much as we could. In terms of real life testing, we didn't get any.
Watkins Glen, a month before the race, we were able to practice. Dakota, a month before the race, we went there and practiced for a full day. Indy's so expensive to rent that nobody rents out Indy to practice. People that are here that practiced last was last year's race.
To show up at a racetrack that you've never been to, kind of just trial by fire.
So first time here, it's pretty flat, right? The way that the curbs are built here, you can't really ride rumble strips just because they're so aggressive. By practice two, I don't know, something just sparked. We analyzed the data.
So turn one, this line is perfect, but we need more throttle throughout. You see how there's dirt patches here? We're going to be dropping the left front.
Having a coach like Corey Lewis by my side has been mind-blowing.
Focused on trying just to get a little bit more angle in the car.
When I feel I'm maxed out, that guy finds 1, 2, almost 3 seconds, and it's insane.
So if we clean up those S's, make sure the rhythm is there. If we can get more aggressive, no one's gonna touch you.
Here we are, baby. Practice P1. To see your number light up on a scoreboard and on a TV as P1 is like a dream come true, you know what I mean? Like, I'm filled. Where are we? Indianapolis, Indy 500, baby. This is the most iconic track probably of them all.
It's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Every race car driver looks at this facility with reverence.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway is one of the most iconic racetracks in the world, really. Known for the Indianapolis 500, the Brickyard 400, so many massive wins here in the open wheel world.
Everybody knows Indy. It has so much history behind it. Being built in 1909. You know, they call it the Brickyard for one reason, right? It was 3.2 million bricks that made that whole racetrack.
Mario Andretti.
Back at the track.
The Unsers.
Al Unser Sr. is in position to win a fourth Indianapolis 500.
This place has a ton of history, and to just race here in general is very, very special. Every time you go through the tunnel, entering the track, you just think about all the greats and all the drivers that have come and gone in and out of that tunnel.
And here we are, third race of my career, and it's Indianapolis, baby. came out good. Thank you.
Tommy always loved motorsports. The day that he told me that he wanted to try racing, like on a real racetrack in a team, I was not surprised at all. Who's that handsome man?
It's me.
I've been with him for 24 years, and I always knew that when Tommy has a goal, like he's gonna do it, no matter what.
Grandmama, break, 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 break.
The racing for us, it's a family affair. I would not want it like another way. He's my person. He's my soulmate. When Tommy steps in the car, I want, for the kids and myself, the last thing that we say to each other is that we love each other. I know he's gonna be back and everything's gonna be fine, but there's always a risk, and we're not invincible. We always have that moment, we say a racing prayer.
But I won't back down.
Seigneur, protège papa pendant la course. Faites qu'il soit safe et puis que tout aille bien.
Breaking your speed. If you brake later than everybody else, then you carry that much more speed into the corner. Taking the opportunity, committing and owning it is just fearless. Qualifying too, I had this guy and just outbroke, but then he started turning right, so he hit me right in my door. But then I said, you know what? I said, no, how about this? I'll let you by, and then I'll get you somewhere else. Man, holy fuck. Practice, we did amazing. We did our same time in qualifiers as practice, so I guess everybody else has been practicing too, you know. We did good. P3 qualifier 1 and then P5 for qualifier 2, but I feel good. We'll wait for the race and we'll show them at the race, you know. Cars all over the place.
So like you would turn one way and then the string would just get light and go forward or something.
Yeah. Right in turn 3, the guy just fucking rammed me.
Really?
Yeah.
In quality just now?
Yeah. I can't wait to see what the race looks like. We're ramming in qualifiers. Our opponent, you know, it was just a fast driver, had a little bit more experience. I think, yeah, practice probably helped a lot on that track for him. You know, qualifying by yourself is a totally different feel than, you know, race day. The racing atmosphere and kind of learning the corners with opponents on track kind of elevated the risk for me to make P1, you know.
Work on consistency, you know? And that's one thing I want us to hone in on for the race. Try to channel the consistency. So the peak is pretty strong, but then it falls and it plateaus.
So if we know 4 and 5 is the top, we got to give it our most in 4 and 5? Or give it your most all the time?
Give it your most all the time, but once the peak goes away, you can't drive it as hard.
Yeah.
You gotta let the car talk to you and go to the limit of the tire. Because you can outrace these guys. Your race pace has always been very, very good. If we can channel the consistency a little bit better and clean up your laps, that's gonna be everything.
Welcome in, everyone. We are racing in Lamborghini Super Trofeo North America at Indy, race number 1.
Race 1 was tight. We set the fastest lap of the race in our class. Once you have the right momentum and you're hitting everything right, then you're just propelling every lap ahead of the competition. What happened at Indy that did not happen at Watkins or Coda.
As the race was going, I could tell that he was getting tired.
Corey, I don't know what's going on. I'm tired. I don't know what's going on. What's the difference between this track and any other track?
I realized, I was like, you were getting tired because there was no yellow flags.
Every other track, we'd race for 10-15 minutes, we'd get yellow flags for a couple other minutes, then we'd race for 10-15 minutes, and this race felt long. These last 6-7 laps, I'm counting down.
Should see the white flag this lap. 1 to go.
And then the white flag comes out, then that's your final lap. It's like somebody waking you up. Head down, eyes up. That's racing. You can't feel your legs, you can't feel your arms. It's almost like wherever you look, that's where the car goes. Watkins Glen, we were able to tell my wife and kids, of course, they're all proud of Dad, but not being on podium, there's something in you that says, you know what, we were this close, we made it, but our penalty set us back.
Let's go to podium, baby. Now we know where to go.
But you know what, it's a life lesson. I'm so fortunate and blessed to share this with my wife and kids. And yes, there's hurdles in life, but it's not easy winning. You know, you don't just show up on practice one and own it. Kind of shows the ups and downs of life, right?
Every time after a race, it's always emotional. I always tell myself, oh my God, he's safe, he did it.
Hey, good job. Awesome job.
And then you realize, oh my God, he's going on the podium.
Getting on podium, looking at that Brickyard, to be here and actually celebrate the same way that I've watched many people do it, it was pretty cool, pretty epic.
Yay! That was good.
I think it fueled me for race 2. Yeah.
Beyond proud of Tommy and the way he handled the race. It was a hot race, a lot of mistakes from other drivers, a lot of stuff happening, and he made some really, really good passes and hung in there towards the end. We consistently are on the podium, we're grabbing hardware, so hopefully we can go for more trophy hunting for race 2.
The crowd is here for Lamborghini Super Trofeo North America, race number 2.
Remember what we talked about?
Yeah.
When we get in those passing situations, just keep it going.
Today's the day, today's the final race. We've done through 2 practices. We've done 2 qualifiers. We've done a race here. Now it's race 2, it's all hands on deck. Not just the final race of the weekend, it's the final race of the season here in the US. Everybody's giving it their all.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
You always have this dream of, being a race car driver. And I think when you realize that your passion kind of turns into reality, there was no plan B, it was just hustle until we make it. We bought the car in March. Fuck, man. We got our racing license late June.
We did okay? We did okay? Good job, Coach.
I owe it to myself, family. I I owe it to Corey Lewis for guiding me and mentoring me in this pathway to my dream.
Just some super competitive action very early on. Drivers pushing others off the side of the racetrack.
Roth, Hirschberg, and Velez, that was my competition. You look at your leaderboard, and those are the guys that you know you'll be up against. We were pretty much second, third throughout the whole race.
Rookie Team Boulder, kind of 99 just ahead of Rodrigo Farles.
Turn 13 is where there's always a rut getting built, and it gets deeper and deeper as the weekend goes on. And if you hit it wrong, then it pushes you, it forces you off, kind of lose grip. My last lap, just coming in turn 13, I hit that rut a little differently. It just pushed me out, and then getting jolted to the right, and then letting off the gas, you lose momentum. So even if you full throttle right after that, the guy that didn't hit that bump is carrying 20 miles an hour on you, so there's no getting it back. I knew that was the last lap. That was one corner away from being P2, and then you hit that. It's like kind of like it had a penalty to pay, So Velez took home P1, Nick Grote second, and myself third place, 11 seconds behind Grote.
Checkered flag at the Brickyard.
And his third position in that class would be Rocky Boulder.
When we walked at walk-ins, the results we had at COTA, I think gave us momentum to get results at INDY. Of course, P1 would have been awesome, but when you're first getting into this, podium in general is pretty cool. So, walking away from INDY, knowing it's the last race of the season for me, as far as results for myself, results for my family, Corey, and the race team, we achieved what we went in to do. Walking away from INDY was pure satisfaction. I can't ask for a better life winning,
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I
This is INDY pizza. It's a little bit different than any other pizza. You know why? Why? Because it's made in Indy.
and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win.
One wanted a little trophy, something you remember, huh?
Oh, get the fuck out. Nice.
Yeah, our first trophy, COTA, baby.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Top racing. Great fucking first year, huh? Great. Corey fucking Lewis. And our best crew chief. There's not two of these guys. There's not three of these guys. There's only one. Thank you, Papa, Mama. Great family. With our family, I'm home. Cheers.